Yeah, go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm Ganapat Ramu. Last time I gave a speech, I talked about the 5 points that will help you be a better public speaker. And this week, I'm going to give a speech about 5 points that'll help you be better at your job interviews. Hopefully, this will help. Especially because Hassan just told me that he's looking for a job. So I'm very happy that it was a very apt topic. So let's get right into it. What are these 5 topics? 1. Know your values and your interests. 2. Know your resume. 3. Use a strong voice and commit to your answers. 4. Let your gestures and body language speak well of you. And 5. Stop, listen, then respond. What do all of these mean? Let's go into it. 1. Know your values and your interests. Know what you value in life. Do you want to change the world, or do you want to quietly make a living? Do you like to delegate, or do you like to do everything yourself? Knowing your values and your interests will help you stay consistent in all of your responses to your interviewing. Number 2, know your resume. Before the interview, review all of the paperwork that you send in to your potential employer. And always have things stored in your mind that's beyond what's on the piece of paper. Because most likely than not, the interviewer will look at your resume and say, tell me something that I don't already know. And they just read your resume. And that's when you have to swoop in with some insightful comment about something that is so wonderful about you that you cannot put on paper. Now, imagine this scenario. Somebody goes, tell me something more about you. Well, it's all on that paper. Pretty much know me. The interview is pretty much done at that point. So know yourself and know what's on your resume. Point number 3. Use a strong voice and be committed to your answers. Remember, be enthusiastic, but at the same time, be professional and seem qualified. Remember to always sit up straight and project from the core of your body. Take a deep breath before every sentence so you have full breath throughout your sentence so your sentence doesn't trail off at the end. And another point is always remember to smile and make eye contact. Point number 4. Let your gestures and body language speak well of you. Always smile at everyone and everything. And when you stand, stand tall. When you sit, sit straight. Now I know what you're thinking. Ramu, didn't you just tell me that? Well, yes. But it's so important. I want to emphasize it again. Now, what does this mean? It means from the moment you step foot onto that parking lot from your car, you have a smile on your face like you're the happiest person in the world until the moment you get back into that car. You're smiling at everything from the tree, to the door, to the guard, the HR person who escorts you into your interview room. Because people like to work with happy people. If I was grouchy and sad and nervous, everybody will wonder, man, if he comes and works here, will he always be like this? They prefer energetic people. And remember to stand tall because it shows confidence. Point number 5. Stop, listen, then respond. Remember to never interrupt your interviewer, even if they're rambling. Because if you throw off their pattern, or accidentally insult them, that is detrimental to your future. And remember, keep it as a policy to never lie in an interview about what you know and what you don't know. Because it's always okay to say, I don't know, as long as you follow up with it by saying, I can learn it though. And remember, don't use short sentences. But don't ramble on either. If somebody asks you a yes or no question and just waits, say yes and then explain. Or say no and this is why. Don't just say yes. What's your next question? Because that doesn't show professionalism and maturity. And another thing to remember is never say anything negative about you. That'll reflect poorly. Now, going back to a point I made earlier about being honest in your interview. Now, I know what some of you might think. You're telling me to go to an interview and say I don't know how to do the job that I'm signing up for? Well, sometimes it can work in your favor. It worked in my favor. When I went to Boy Scouts of America for an interview, the interviewer asked me, oh, you're a marketing major at UTD? Oh, so you must know how to do marketing reports, field research, and he listed off a bunch of other things. And I was like, well, to tell you the truth, I don't even recognize half of the things you just said to me. But I am a marketing major. I've only taken one basic marketing class. But I know, in my heart, that marketing is what I want to do. And I am ready to learn anything and face any challenge that you're willing to throw at me. He called me within a week and offered me a job. I currently work at Boy Scouts of America. They called again a couple of days later after he discussed my interview with his colleagues and extended my internship into the fall. So being honest can carry you a long way. So let's wrap up and cover the 5 points again, just to summarize. Point number 1, know your values and your interests. Point number 2, know your resume. Point number 3, speak clearly and loudly. And speak clearly and loudly. Point number 4, use your gestures to speak well about you. And point number 5, stop, listen, then respond. I hope I've shared with you a couple of points that you can take home and use, because these 5 points have withstood the test of time, which is the best test. And like I always say, if any of you have any questions, comments, or want to know any more about my material or research, please feel free to contact me, because I am here for all of you and your success. Your success is my success. Thank you very much.